what's up guys, Benny here, and Warzone Season 2 Reloaded has arrived and has brought with it a bunch of stealth changes, secret updates, and also some weapon balancing, but nowhere near as much as they should have. But in this video, I'm going to show you my brand new meta loadout, which has changed after the AUG has received a slight nerf. Now, don't get me wrong, the AUG is still a fantastic, near overpowered weapon, but it's just not as good with that recoil increase as it was before the update, and it's just allowed another burst rifle to kind of take the place as the top gun, and it is of course the M16. So in this video, I'm going to run you through my brand new M16 build, my brand new FFAR build, because some of the attachments for the FFAR have been changed, so they no longer have as big an advantage as they used to, especially for close range, high mobility movement, which has seen a few players move back to the MAC-10. But I'm going to talk through all of that and also show you some gameplay with me using this loadout and talking you through it so you know how to get the most out of it. And if you are new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as 70% of you watching are not subscribed to the channel, and we're so close to 550,000 subscribers. But the first thing that you're going to want on the M16, it's a no-brainer, is that agency silencer. It's racked with pros, sound suppression so you're going to stay off the radar, vertical recoil control, but most importantly for a BR in Warzone, that increased bullet velocity and effective damage range. Very, very key to getting those fast time to kills at a distance. Now, the barrel is always the most difficult. You may have realized that the cavalry lancer now actually does increase vehicle damage. Attachments seem to be labeled more correctly now than they have been for the past 6 months, which is kind of a breath of fresh air, but I don't quite trust them still. But the 15.9-inch strike team is the barrel that I've been using. Increased fire rate, which is going to increase your damage output, and aim walking movement speed as well, which is really useful when you're aiming down sight. You're able to kind of strafe and move a little bit quicker. Really, really helpful using this gun. Some people have been using this titanium, but for me, the 15.9 strike team has worked out best so far. So the next thing I go for is the underbarrel, where I use the field agent foregrip, just pretty much a must-pick attachment for a lot of weapons that increase recoil control for both horizontal and vertical, key to kind of landing your shots consistently. Now, the ammo is what has changed for the M16 build. Most people used to run the Salvo 60-round fast mag because there was no notable penalties. However, the con now actually happens, and you will notice a significant aim down sight speed slowdown if you run this attachment. So I've been using the 45 round instead. Gives you no penalty to your aim down sight speed, but gives you that increased ammo capacity so you can take down a full squad of 4 with one clip, which you'll see later on in this video. Potentially one of my favorite squad wipes ever later on in the video, by the way. Then I use the actual arms 3 times, and now the reticle that I use, if you hate the kind of scope I can't remember what it's called, but you know the outside of the scope when you kind of see it moving. If you use one of the purchasable reticles, that will disappear. The level 1 is insane. It's with an AK-47 build from Cold War. However, I mainly use the precision optic. Really clean, really easy to land your shots, and that's what I would personally recommend out of all the available reticles, unless you've got one of the kind of pay-to-win reticles. But the precision reticle is the one that I use in this, and also I'm rocking that London Royal Raven camo for those of you that are wondering. But sadly, I don't know why it doesn't go across all the attachments. It really annoys me that it's not on that round bit on the barrel. Like, some show it, some don't. I think there's just so many little small things that Raven need to polish in this game to really kind of bring it up to scratch at the moment. There's just too many small little things. But that's the M16 build that you're going to want to have. And then the FFAR build has changed. So the muzzle, of course, you're going to have the agency suppressor. It's a no-brainer. Now, the barrel, we were using 20.3 takedown. However, this is the big thing that has kind of changed the meta, and one of the reasons that you could now lean towards using the MAC-10 again, because you no longer have that strafe speed, and you notice it straight away and how much you struggle at times. But instead of that, you've got 2 options. You can go for the 19.5 reinforced heavy if you want to use this at a little further distance because you get that effective damage range increase. However, if you still plan on using it as an SMG, I go for the 21.2 Ranger because pairing it with an M16, I just need the bullet velocity. I don't need the increased effective damage range because at the distance I'm using the FFAR, which is like 25 meters and lower, I'm still getting that top damage profile without the penalty to my sprint movement speed, and that bullet velocity is still the same. So I personally have been using the Ranger. Both are completely viable. Go with whatever your play style is and whatever suits you best. I use the Ranger. Now the underbarrel, you've got two choices once again. I go for the SVOD speed grip because I want that increased like kind of mobility and sprinting move speed. Helps me get around the map and pull off flanks quicker, especially when I'm using this as my SMG. However, if you could struggle with the recoil, you can go for the field agent grip, and it's just going to become a bit more of a laser beam. You're going to find it a lot easier to land your shots, but the SVOD speed grip is what I personally use. Now, the big thing, once again, very similar to the M16, the penalties for the magazines now work. If you run this 50 round fast mag, the FFAR is going to feel really sluggish when you're pulling it in. So instead of that, you're going to want to go for the basic 50 round fast mag. Still a bit of penalty to your aim down sight speed, but it's not too bad, and the reload's fairly decent. You're still going to be able to take players out pretty consistently and quickly with this thing. So it's not too big of a deal, but it's something to be aware of. Then on the stock, I go ahead and use that Raider stock for that ADS firing move speed, aim walking movement speed, and sprint to fire time. Then the rest of it, the perks, EOD, overkill, amped, C4, and a stun grenade. But let me talk you through over some gameplay using this loadout, so you've got a load of tips and tricks and where the weapons fall short and how to get the most out of them. But let's get straight into the gameplay. Now, one of the things I have been doing a lot now is landing at downtown in Season 2 Reloaded. One of the reasons I've been doing this is because the stadium secret rooms where you get 3 legendary chests is gone, but that gameplay right there, I'm really proud of. Sometimes I've started trying to make loud noise by pushing the door open to kind of throw their aim off, and so I do as well. And here, this guy is an absolute bot and potato, I'm not going to lie to you, but you know, just sitting, waiting. I used to always try and force every situation, being the person engaging the gunfights. Sometimes just let people run around you and they're gonna end up pushing you. You're gonna get some nice easy kills. But the reason I've been going down to Downtown Bank is something else that we're gonna be talking about, but it's the new bombardment feature in Season 2 Reloaded, which you'll see in a second. But I've been going here because you get $100 for every single zombie that you kill from the drop. Also, when you complete the kind of task of killing all the zombies, you get a self-res, you get a armor satchel, you get a durable gas mask. It's so great for starting games and is going to help you towards the end of the match. And also, when you get the card from the back of this, you also get to call in bombardment and get the brand new kill streak that has come along with Season 2 Reloaded. Well, it used to be hidden in bunkers, but you can now get Foresight, which you're going to see in a second. It's one of the reasons I've been able to get so many wins today using this new loadout, because right here you can see that is the nerf to the FFAR right now. Before the update, when you had that takedown barrel, you'd just be able to like be on ice skates, just kind of going in and out of doorways. Can't do that, so I've got to be a lot quicker. Thankfully, Sam was able to come in there and pick up that kill. But right here is where you can buy Foresight. You can call in bombardment as well, which is a containment protocol that will drop a bombardment on zombie locations on the map. So as we get closer to the potential nuke event that's being talked about, there are potentially going to be more of those available on the map, so you could potentially get more kills. But right there, that is the reason I've switched to the M16. It's a lot more consistent compared to the AUG now. The AUG, I feel like the kit can be a bit random at times, and you kind of struggle to kind of gauge that distance and how much you need to pull back on the thumbstick to control the recoil depending on the range. And it's always been a close call between the M16. I know some people swore by the M16 and said it was as good, but for me, it's not so case. Once again, right here, make a little bit of a mistake. So could get 2 easy kills right there on the left. However, I get so focused on this guy, miss throw a C4, and then I miss out on these 2 kills. Which is a real shame because I got focused on this guy. However, can go ahead and use the FFAR, and you can really see the struggle on the mobility, which I've been finding without having that takedown barrel strafe movement speed. So I feel like you will see, especially if you're someone that loves taking advantage of the movement mechanics in Modern Warfare and kind of like slide cancelling into people, the FFAR might not be the gun for you now. It is still incredible. This is a great example. I throw the stun, this guy crazily pushes me, but I'm not able to push him in the same way as I was before the update, because I can't just aim down sight and move into him, because I'm now just going to be stuck on the ground. And because of that slower ADS speed as well, it's brought it in line a little bit more. I still think it's going to be seen a lot more, still going to be seen a lot, because the FFAR is ridiculous. The damage profile that it has, mixed with that 900 rounds per minute fire rate, It's insane. Another big thing that you're seeing with me here, and it's a piece of advice I would give you with this loadout, always try and get high ground in any situation that you get in, especially with the M16. It's not got as high a fire rate as the AUG, so you need to get yourself some advantages in other ways. Here, I make a small mistake as well. I pull my chute, I give him a sound cue to let him know where I am. Didn't need to do that. However, these guys just have no idea what's going on, if I'm being completely honest with you. So nice, easy kills, but the M16 has that same damage profile as the AUG. It's 72 damage for a headshot per bullet, and then 40 to the chest. So you're dealing, if you just hit all chest shots, it's 240 damage. Just destroys people's plates. One headshot in there, it's 2 burst kill, same as the AUG, and it's what you'll see consistently throughout this. It's so nice because that little kick, like the recoil pattern of the M16 is perfect, where if you aim for the upper chest, one of those bullets is gonna hit headshot most of the time. Also very, very good at range, better than the AUG at range, which is why I love this combination of the FFAR and the M16. You could, if you want to, use the M16 Mach 10 as well. It's gonna be, if you really want that high mobility, something I can see. And because of the foresight, we're able to make so many good calls to get better map position, and we're going to lead into one of the best squad wipes I think I've ever had. Almost satisfying for me because it was at right at Endgame, and these guys got really unlucky here. A little bit of rage on the def comms. Another one of the best features. Let me know down in the comments below if you love def comms in this game, because personally for me, it's a highlight. I just love it. I don't know what it is, but whenever you hear it, it just makes me laugh, especially when I'm like streaming and just playing the game. But once again, seeing how good the M16 is at these distances, and with foresight on the map, I'm able to make some great calls. And I've got that durable gas mask as well, so I'm easily able to, when Sam gets killed in the final circle, no worries about jumping into the gas and just kind of getting my teammate back in, and still knowing that I've got gas mask left for the final circle if I need it. Now, I want to talk through this play. I've got foresight. I know where the enemies are going to be. So right now, my whole team are on top of train station. I've disconnected to get my teammate back in. However, I'm kind of breaking the map down. I know that someone could either potentially be in gas station, so you can see where I'm centering my crosshairs. I'm scanning the area, just trying to see if I can get an extra plate here. No, my teammates are fighting someone on the top, so I'm positioned myself by this vent right now, so if they start shooting towards me, I've got a bit of cover. They're not going to be able to take me down. See that come in? No, my team are getting pushed. On comms with them at the same time right now, so I know they're dealing with that situation perfectly, so I'm going to see if I can get shots off. Not really engaging. So I now know there's 4 squads left up as well. So 3 other squads. They're dealing with one up there, and there's going to be a fight. See the gunfire. Now, this is where the M16 and quite possibly everything just lines up. A full squad of 4 lined up. Bullet pen. Spray, spray, spray. Remember, 45 round mag is all you need with this thing. Boom. None of them had self-res. A full squad of 4 just annihilated. We gotta watch that again. One of the most satisfying squad wipes I think I've ever had in Warzone. We're just gonna, we're gonna go in there again, especially at Endgame. So 13 people left. I'm on 18 kills, which is a pretty good number for this stage of the game. And they all just line up. This is one of the big things. Never all stack like this if you're ever playing with your team. Spread out, mix up your angles, so you don't get quad wiped in that way by one round, one clip of the M16. And it's so sad. And this there here just shows the perfect range for the M16. A lot more controlled than the AUG, you'll find if you've been using it. I used both on stream earlier, and the M16 was a clear favorite for me. They didn't really touch it, so it's still as good as has been. And there we go, 24 kills, best loadout in the game right now, the FFAR and the M16. If you don't like the mobility of the FFAR, definitely go ahead and try out the Mach 10 instead. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, smash the thumbs up button, and I'll see you next time.